Yo, the most racist I've ever seen in my life was in China. Holy fuck, dude. Unbelievable. Any Chinese people here?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Right? It's crazy. Would you agree?
No, I just speak the truth.
Wow. You guys are fucked up. That is so much worse. That is so much worse. Yeah, no, you just gotta say how it is, you know?
When you say.
Okay.
Saying it. No.
Look at him.
We're literally very descriptive, and it's just like we're describing you. We're not trying to be like racist.
Yeah. But there's a line, I think, somewhere, right?
We're just as mean to our own people.
Right, no, Chinese people are very mean, and it's not racist, because I'm just speaking the truth, right? Yeah. Chinese people fucking suck, dude. They're so rude, you know? No, they really are. I was at the airport in China once. They're speaking the truth. It's not racism if it's true, guys. You get it? So you're half Arab, half German, you said? Were you raised in Jordan or Germany or here?
Jordan half the way, and then in high school they're like, wait a second, we gotta go to America.
Oh, right. What do you like better, America or...
Honestly, it's really tough.
Really?
No, it's really tough. I think
Okay.
Culturally, I think Americans lack community.
Right, yeah.
I feel like they would benefit immensely from a sense of community, but also like I see like white people with dreadlocks and I'm like, they want a culture so bad.
Oh, right. So you're racist towards hippies. That's interesting. So you feel that there's more of a sense of community in Jordan?
Oh, like any country that like agrees that its national pride is acceptable.
Oh. Because national pride is acceptable, but like for oh yeah, it's rough. I mean, for us Germans, it's rough.
My like grandmother was from Hamburg and she didn't accept me as part of the family because I was like mixed.
Oh wow.
I like low key think she was kind of like based. Like I'm.
Is that a Gen Z term? I don't know.
Yeah.
What does based mean?
She was like, she'll never be German, and she was right. Like I was not German.
No. You're not. You're very outspoken. Yeah. Because Germans, like when they're at a comedy show, you know, they just sit with their arms crossed and they shut the fuck up. When they laugh, they say ha, and then they shut up again, and that's it, you know? What is based again then? Sorry.
It's like I agree with her. Like,
why can't you say agree? This is too confusing, man. There's a French politician right now who's actually demanding that America return the Statue of Liberty to France because America no longer represents values of freedom and liberty anymore. To which Trump's press secretary, you know, the Aryan-looking blonde girl, you know what I'm talking about? She said the funniest thing. She was like, yeah, to this low-level French politician, I just want to let them know that if it weren't for the United States of America, the French would be speaking German right now. So they should be very grateful. What's wrong with speaking German? Huh? It's a cute language. I don't want to speak French. I don't want that. People always say, oh, German is such an aggressive language. Not always the case. Because hello. In Germany we say, hallo. Ah, it's cute. In Italy you say, ciao. And in France you say, assalamu alaikum habibi. Way longer. Who's the most American person here? Yes? What makes you the most American person?
wait, what?
What makes you the most... No, that is why. This is this delusional Trump-level American confidence that I'm talking about. She's like, it's me. What are we talking about? It's me, brother. Fuck yeah, man. That's what I love about America. Is this like you can have like the love of risk. Like we Germans were very shy, you know. We're like, oh, we fucked up too much now. We will not speak at all, you know. And then Americans are very, you know, outspoken, you know. This is great, yeah. What happened there? Oh, you want somebody to go there? Greek. You can come in, dude. Not surprising that the Greek guy's late, huh? I wish I would be surprised, but we're not breaking stereotypes tonight, brother. Who's coming, the last guy?
Another Greek.
Another Greek, yeah. Well, what do we do when this other late Greek guy comes in? She? Oh, even better.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. See, that makes sense. Should we collectively yell at her?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, we got another person. 1, 2, 9! I don't know why you're smiling this much. This is no laughing matter right now. You know, I used to like Greek people. We're going to do a show in Athens on June 5th. I think we got to do it on June 6th so people actually show up for the show. It's unbelievable, yeah. I'm just curious, you know, I'm not even judgmental anymore, but you know that the show did start officially as per the website at 8:30, and I was a little mad because I was like, we actually started the show at 8:32, and I felt guilty for 2 minutes late, and you are officially, it is right now 9:46 p.m., yeah? So you are officially 76 minutes late. I cannot imagine the level of guilt you must be feeling right now. What's your excuse for being 76 minutes late? Yeah. I want to be a teacher so bad, man. It's so funny.
Yeah, I was planning to come a little bit earlier.
Okay, and then what happened?
But it just didn't work out.
Yeah. It's the most vague shit I've ever heard in my life. Oh my God. It just didn't work out.
I was in a West African restaurant in Brooklyn.
Got it. Okay. So you're supporting a minority. That's nice of you, yeah? She's trying to like weasel her way out with like getting some bonus points for being supportive of the African community. But I'm also a minority. I'm a German comedian. There's even less German comedians than West African restaurants, okay? So I need the support too, you know?
That I got your calendar for her.
I don't care. You can't buy your way out of this. You've been in America for too long. You're like, oh, we just like buy our way out of this.
She has your naked calendar in her.
You should be a politician. You weasel your way out of these questions, you know? It's like I asked you why you late. You're like, she has my calendar. I bought it. I got the tickets. I feel like a commentator for like a presidential debate right now. This is horrible, yeah. You know, I love Jewish people. This is always a bad start when you say, I love the Jews, but. Here's one thing I have a question about gefilte fish. I mean, yo, it's a fish meatloaf in brine.
It's sweet.
And it's sweet? You Jews too? What the fuck is that? Like, it is such a weird mix. Like, people gave us shit for our Nazi experiments, but gefilte fish, like, that's like a Frankenstein. It should not exist, you know? Truly, like, yeah.
They put the fish in a bathtub first.
In a bathtub first? I mean, listen, I'm very against anti-Semitism, but that shit makes it hard. That just makes it hard.
So my girlfriend is Polish.
Sorry about that. Sorry for the invasion. Okay.
So I was gonna say, what's your best Polish joke?
My best Polish joke? Do you know about the stereotype with Polish people in Germany? We have a whole category of jokes called Polenwitze, which is about Polish people stealing cars. So is that a stereotype? Like, is that a thing here? Were you born in? That's Mexicans here? Did you hear that, Mauricio? They say Mexicans stealing cars, man. Yeah. I mean, man, what can we do, man? Okay, I get it. Who's German here? The German club? Who's born? You know that's a thing, right?
I don't know much about my German side. I'm like German.
Well, then don't lift your hand. But like, were you born in Poland?
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever steal a car?
No.
Something to think about. I don't know. Your parents steal cars, yeah. It's cool. What car do y'all have?
Subaru.
Subaru? I'm getting offended on behalf of Japan now. It's called Subaru. You also drive a Subaru?
No.
No? Nissan. Why did this turn into the most racist show ever, dude? This is... You just went to Poland?
Yes.
That sounds like a sitcom. Latina in Poland. You know? Lupita in Krakow. You love Krakow? It's so funny because you're the happiest person. Poland is the saddest place. I'm sorry. You just went there for a vacation?
A vacation. And
Just Poland or anywhere else?
just Poland.
Holy fuck.
And we went to all the museums.
Oh, okay. All right, fine. What kind of museum you went to? Come on. You had to bring the mood down. We're having a good time. So you went to like a Holocaust museum or something? Yeah. Also, I've never seen you not laugh. I'm just picturing Lupita right now at a Holocaust museum being like, oh my God, it's so cool. You know? Do you go by yourself to a Holocaust museum? With your kids?
Yeah.
How many kids do you have?
3.
3 kids? All right. What a great mom. I would have hated you as a kid. I would have hated you, you know. Lupita's taking us on vacation. Where are we going? Poland. Holocaust Museum.
It was my daughter's 15th birthday.
You took her for a quinceañera? Dude, what the fuck? Anything fun with them you did? Like a water park or something, or just... No?
Walk around the park. Oh, a lot of churches. Yeah.
Yeah. The 2 things kids love the most. Genocide museums and churches. That's great, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Another latecomer. What's up, sir? Where are you from, sir? Are you Greek?
Not yet.
What the fuck? Not yet. I knew Russia was coming to Central Europe. So were you Russian or something?
No. Soviet Union.
Soviet Union. Soviet Union. Ah, old comrade. Why are we clapping for that? Why are the Swedish people clapping for Soviet Union, dude? Okay, so you're from Soviet Union?
I am from Soviet Union, correct.
What's your excuse for being late to the show? Do you come from a World War II reenactment or something?
We had a wrestling match with my son.
So you wrestled your son?
Oh no, I just watched him wrestling.
You watched him in wrestling, okay, good. Did your son win?
It was close, but no, he lost.
No. So what did you do with your son when he lost? What brought you to America?
Green card.
Green card. Man, and what do you do for a living now, Dennis? Is this going to be the whole show, by the way? I just disagree with the black or white thinking here. It's always like one thing or the other. It's like, are you Democrat or Republican? Why not have opinions on both sides? Like I, for example, think that a woman should have the right to choose what to do with her own body. Right? Yeah. But I don't think they should drive. You know, but that's me. It's just like, I think you just have to kind of find the middle. I'm kidding. I don't think Asians should drive either. So there's that. 3 months ago, I got married to my beautiful Jewish wife. Right? In Germany, it was a beautiful wedding. We got married in my hometown in Germany, in Alpisbach, Hochschwarzwald. I'm very broke though, because obviously paid for the wedding because reparations. And here we are, man. Here we are. I'm so broke, dude. I've been touring nonstop, working my ass off. So thanks for coming, y'all. This tour is called the Jewish Wife Reparation Wedding Fund Economic Hardship Tour, and it's going to continue until the end of this decade. Really, okay? And I had this weird thought. It's true because I made a couple of Hitler jokes online, and as a result of these jokes, people come to my shows. So in a weird way, Hitler is paying for our wedding. Yeah, which he would hate that. He would hate if he knew he was paying for a German Jewish wedding, by the way. Yeah. I made a reel about Hitler having only one testicle, and it was like, cling, venue deposit covered. And then my wife, she was complaining. She goes, Mario, you shouldn't do as many Nazi jokes. I was like, babe, do you want a live band or not? Like, what are we talking about, yeah? So now put on this SS uniform and shoot the sketch with me, Fräulein Adrion, yeah? Our wedding was sponsored by Volkswagen and Hugo Boss. The wedding was awesome. It was in Germany, and before the wedding I actually went to my best German friend's wedding. His name is Moritz, and he's uber German, right? He owns a brewery in Alpisbach im Hochschwarzwald, and his wedding was hilarious because German weddings are superior, man. It's unbelievably efficient. So first of all, we go to this ceremony, and the priest, he's fully in control of the wedding, right? The priest welcomes everybody. He walks up in the church, he goes, Willkommen everybody, today we feel joy. So I was like, are you sure, dude? It doesn't sound like it. And then he made a joke, I'll never forget this. He made a joke in church because while he was reading a Bible passage about marriage, a little kid, a little boy, was crying, was like, wah! And then he made a joke. He was like, it looks like this little boy also wants to get married. And I was like, bro, I know you're a Catholic priest, but he's too young even for you. I understand. The priest is so funny because American weddings, right, the officiant is very positive. And it's always like, oh my God, this is the first day of your happily ever after. This is going to be phenomenal. Everything's going to be great. And then the German priest, he was like, marriage is like a sausage. Everybody enjoys it, but nobody wants to know what's inside. There will come days where you will become ugly. And statistically, 58% of marriages end in divorce. I now pronounce you husband and wife. This is what it is. Very efficient. And what I was nervous about the wedding is because we had so many people from America coming. We had more Americans than Germans. Dude, the last time this many Americans came to Germany was D-Day. And also we had so many Jewish people because like my wife has a big Jewish family. So I was very nervous because I wanted them to have such a good time and I didn't want them to be overwhelmed by this super German hometown called Alpisbach im Hochschwarzwald I live in. Because the town even sounds anti-Semitic. I can't help it, you know? We had a wedding week of activities. Not just a wedding, we had like a hike, we had like an Oktoberfest party. It almost felt like a summer camp, but a good camp, yeah. It was a nice camp, yeah. We had an Oktoberfest party, and yo, all the American Jews, they fucking loved it. They were singing along the songs, you know, the tzicke, zacke, tzicke, zacke. See, only the some people here, yeah. That's pretty German back then, okay, very good. They were all singing along, we had a beautiful rehearsal dinner, and then it was the day of the wedding, and we got married at a beautiful castle in Germany called Schloss Hotel Weitenburg. And we started the wedding day with my groomsmen. We had little robes. I bought them robes, little silky robes. It was the gayest thing I've ever done. By the way, my wedding was possibly one of the gayest experiences of my life. And it was awesome, dude. So we're all wearing these robes, and I got all my groomsmen these silver robes, and mine was white because I'm the bride, okay? But it was what's wrong with that? That's what I am. But it was very problematic because my robe, it was like a white robe and it had a hood and the hood was very pointy. And I was like, we can't do that. That looks very bad. This is a very bad look, okay? Particularly because there was also a burning cross in the front yard. I was like, this is very bad. We had a photographer, and the photographer was one of our friends, and he's also gay. So he made the photos look a little bit more gay because he would do this thing where he'd be like, okay, now look at each other and smile. And then we look at each other and smile. And let me tell you something. When you are two dudes and you look at each other and smile, there's no way you're not gonna look in love. You guys are straight, right? Hell yeah. How long have you been straight for? So can you do me a favor, man? Can you just grab, like, you're taking a photo, let's take a cool bro pic. Now just look at each other. Now smile. Wow. Wow, I've seen a lot of gay shit, but that was pretty high up there, dude. I truly think you gotta be comfortable doing gay shit. You know what I mean? Because that means you're straight. Huh? Right? A little bit though. Listen, I think being a little comfortable, being a little gay means you're straight, right? So in some way, the more gay you are as a straight guy, the more straight you are. Look it up. Look it up. I didn't make the rules. It's true. And that's why me and my boys, we got together on my wedding day and we made out to remind ourselves that we're still straight. And then I finally saw my wife for the first time. She looked so beautiful, man. I saw her coming down the stairs, long blonde hair, blue eyes, and I was like, wow, that's not why, but she just looked beautiful. Her dress, everything is gorgeous. She also got this beautiful vintage dress, and fun fact, the dress, when she got it, had some blood on it. So then she asked my mom, she was like, hey, hi kid, there's blood on the dress. And my mom said the creepiest thing. She was like, oh, there's blood in your dress, so what you have to do, you have to take an aspirin pill, you have to crush it, dissolve it in water, put it over, let it lift the blood stain, finish it off with hydrogen peroxide, and then the blood will be gone. How the f*** do you know that, Mom? It's so creepy. Is that why Dad's been missing for 3 months? Holy shit. So creepy. But yeah, it was beautiful. We fixed the dress and then the ceremony started. And the ceremony was very beautiful. It was like in front of the castle. It was hilarious because we tried to incorporate Jewish elements but also German elements for the wedding, okay? So we had the beautiful Jewish tradition where you break the glass, which symbolizes the fragility of life. It's a reminder that life is precious and meaningful. And then we followed up with a German tradition where we sawed a log of wood. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. No joke, my wife and I, 45 seconds into being married, we're doing hard manual labor, like my mom would have loved us to, okay? We were there doing hard labor, and it symbolizes that life is miserable and full of hard work, yeah? So let me put on my hard hat and let's go to work. And then very awkward moment happened, bro. We had a dinner, okay? And dinner was beautiful, everything was fine. We had some beautiful speeches. And then I gave a speech. I did some stand-up at my own wedding, which you thought would go splendidly. I was telling the love story between me and my wife, how we met. So I told the story and I made one little jokey joke in front of all her Jewish family. I was like, yeah, Vida and I met, and first I didn't know she was Jewish, but I found out one night because I found her in the kitchen at 3 a.m. She was doing our taxes. Bomb so hard. Nobody laughed, okay? And then sometimes in comedy, you have to double down. When a joke doesn't land, you have to double down, okay? So then in front of everybody at my own wedding, I was like, I'm just kidding, guys. I was kidding. She was not doing the taxes. She was actually sacrificing a Christian baby. Bombed even harder, dude. I'm like bombing at my own wedding. I was like, oh my God, this is horrible. I was like, I got one more. I gotta double down even more. So sometimes you gotta acknowledge the room. So I was like, yeah, it's very tough bombing in front of all these Jewish people here. But luckily, Jewish people are very familiar with bombings. And then my wife annulled the wedding. See, that's why I'm here. No, it was beautiful. And then we went outside and we had our wedding dance. Okay, and the wedding dance was rough for me because I'm not Latino, unlike some of you guys. I don't have rhythm, like zero rhythm. And we're practicing our wedding dance. And the only dance we Germans have is called the German Walzer. It's so different from Latin music because in Latin music you have the salsa and you follow your hips, you follow the passion of the music, you follow your heart. In the traditional German Walzer, you follow a rectangle. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's a beautiful celebration. I did my first hora. You know what a hora is? It's a Jewish tradition where you go on the chairs and you're up there and you're being lifted up by your friends. And when I did the hora, it was so beautiful because all Vida's Jewish family, they were lifting me up, and it was so beautiful because I really felt accepted into their family. And my wife was up there and we're at a German castle doing a Jewish hora. I'm with my best friends, everybody I love, and it was such a beautiful moment that brought us together. Because Jews and Germans, we have somewhat of a rocky relationship, but I feel like there was a beautiful moment of unity. I really thought, wow, if we Germans and Jews could work together more, we can take over both Poland and the West Bank. I was like... It's a quick thought, you know? But it's mainly about unity, okay? The favorite moment at the wedding, my wife came out at some point and she was singing me a song. She sang me, and now don't judge me or call me gay. I love Taylor Swift, okay? I love Love Story by Taylor Swift. Romeo, take me. So beautiful, because we're at a castle, you know? And then she came out, she sang the song, and everybody lost their shit. The Americans were dancing like, oh my God, yes, fuck yeah. My mom was dancing. We all had a great time. I'll be honest with you, since the wedding, I've been working nonstop. Like after a honeymoon, which was also very expensive, I have been working for like 2 months without taking a single day off. I was so desperate to make money back, I even went to Buffalo, New York. You understand? Do you understand what I'm saying right now, okay? And I just worked so fucking hard. So about a week ago, I was really feeling very emotional, very sad, and I couldn't focus very well. My wife was asking me, she goes, Mario, are you okay? And I said, no, babe, I think I'm burnt out. And when I said that out loud, I started crying because I realized how real that was for me. And in that moment, I realized what my mom would always tell me. She was like, Mario, if you feel like you're burnt out, you feel like you're working too much, then you have to take a step back, recognize you're burnt out, take a deep breath, and then work even harder, yeah? Put on your hard hat and go to work, because life is miserable and full of hard manual labor. And that's why I'm back here. I'm doing 2 shows at that Comedy Store every single week for you guys, because we need to pay this off. Very good. All right, that's the wedding story. It'll be something great at some point, or I'll never do it again. Who knows? Any diversity or some Latinos, I heard. Latina? Hell yeah. What part of Latina are you from?
Actually, I moved from Mexico 7 years ago. I'm from Central Mexico.
Central Mexico. The way you said actually sounded was the whitest thing I've heard in my life. You're like, actually, you were born and raised in Mexico.
Yeah, until I was 12.
Until you were 12 years old. That's amazing. What is your name?
Maria.
Maria, of course. It's Mario, Maria. You know, I hate that I have such a Latino name because people think I'm Latino often. They're like, Mario Adrion. No, he's going to be such a sexy, raspy Latino coming on stage. And then I have this goofy German accent. I'm like, hello, everybody. I now tell you some funny, jokey jokes, yeah? So, Maria, are you legal in this country?
I am. My dad is a truck driver, and a company brought him over with, like, visas and stuff. We still had to pay.
Holy shit. She was ready for that question, dude. Did you see that shit? She rehearsed it in a mirror. She was like, okay, Ice might be coming to Nebraska soon. Let's rehearse this. She was like, my dad is a truck driver. He gave us a visa. That's great.
We still had to pay, like, $75,000.
$75,000?
We only paid 25% of the total cost. Because the company...
You sure you're not Jewish? That seems like a good deal. Why do you pay so much? Oh, for the company to sponsor the visa or something.
The company sponsored 75% of it, and we still had to pay like $75,000 bucks. That's how expensive a visa is.
Yeah, I get it. Mine was not like that, and I feel bad now because I got a visa. I feel horrible, man. I got a visa because I used to work as a male model. So your dad worked his ass off. You guys paid 20 grand to get a visa. He's a hardworking Mexican, and I got a visa because I can tech bounce. You know what I'm saying? Like for my jawline. It's fucked up, and I feel bad. Oh my God. I just unlocked a new guild as a German. You know, I have German guild. White can also have. I didn't know I could have hot guild also. You know, now I feel. It's true, I got a visa for modeling. I used to modeling and I got a visa. It says on my visa that I'm an alien with extraordinary abilities. For what? For modeling, dude? It's so fucked up. Oh my God, yeah. But your dad must be really good at truck driving though. If they want him so, like if I was a company, you know what I mean? They see this guy that this guy can't drive. We want the Mexican driver, you know what I mean? So is he a very good truck driver?
He's like very old. He's been doing it for a very long time.
I would stop talking right now because Ice might be in the house and they might get rid of your dad.
My parents had me when they were 41, so they're in their 60s.
Oh, when they're 41. That's like crazy.
My parents are in their 60s, and my dad has been doing it since I was born. So he's been doing it like 19 years, because I'm almost 19. He has like a hazmat certification, which means he can carry like dangerous materials.
She's promoting her dad right now. Do you see what's happening? So if anybody in Nebraska is hiring a hard-working but old Mexican, hit her up. Hit up Maria, okay? Because he's wearing a hazmat. He's got all the certifications, you know what I mean? He's got the papers too. Yeah. So Maria, what do you do for a living? You're 19?
I'm a college student.
College student?
And I work at the diners, one of the diners.
This is what I'm fucking talking about. This is the American dream right there. A diner, by the way, diners, Americans think that diners are trashy. I fucking love it. I'm so excited. After this, I'm driving from Lincoln, Nebraska to Fort Wayne, Indiana for 11 hours. And I can't wait to stop at a Cracker Barrel in Iowa and just see the real America. Right? Because you guys might not relate to this, but to me, a diner is what I learned in movies growing up. You know, you fall in love with a diner, you have a milkshake there, somebody gets shot at some point and abducted. But like, that to me is the American dream. When you go to Europe, you see your beautiful castles. You guys are like, oh my God, look at the castle, so gorgeous, so much history. That's the same way I feel when I go to Cracker Barrel. I walk in and I'm like, oh, look at this, it's so big. Oh, the sticky floor, you kinky f***. So American. I want to see that shit. Yeah, what diner do you work at?
I work at Able. It's one of the diners and it's one of the residency dining halls.
Nice. What do you guys sell? What's like the number one? It's like hot dogs, pancakes, fentanyl. Which one is it?
Besides the fentanyl.
Besides fentanyl, yeah.
It's usually American Grill because it's an order ahead. So it's either American Grill or the pasta, the Italian food.
The pasta?
Yeah.
Yo, American cuisines are kinky as fuck because you guys have everything on one menu. It's kind of crazy, yeah? What kind of clientele goes there? Is it like old truckers? Huh?
On campus.
Oh, it's for the students in the college. Oh my God. Hell yeah. All right, I kind of want to go. I've never been to a college party. I went to college in Germany and that shit's boring because we don't, you know what I find so weird also about America is that you guys pay, how much you pay for college?
I pay $5,000 a semester, but I don't have.
That's not bad.
But I don't live on campus, and I have one of the cheaper majors. If I had one of the more expensive majors, it goes up to like 10,000.
I heard it can be way more expensive. Yeah. So you're like a second-class student. You sit in, they make you sit in the bleachers. You know what I'm saying? You're just like, yeah. But you're sitting front row at my shows. That's what counts. You know? Yeah. You know what I pay for college? I paid 175 euros a semester for my semester ticket, but the government paid me like $400 a month to have an apartment in Berlin. So yeah, I know. It's a fucking liberal, queer, free tuition we have in Germany. I'm sorry, but I stopped because it's too gay, bro. I couldn't do it anymore, you know? That's why I'm doing comedy in Nebraska right now. What is it that you're studying?
Health, nutrition, and exercise sciences with a minor in wellness psychology for pre-athletic training, which means I'm an on-field doctor for football games.
Oh?
Gay! What the fuck is that? I've never heard. That's your man. Dude, as a German, the inefficiency that fucking triggered me. Oh my God. What the fuck was that? Did you retain anything she said? Something like exercise. Oh my God. You must be good. You rehearsed that. You rehearsed it just like what your dad's immigration status. Oh my fucking God, dude. Maria. This is fucking American. She's paid $5,000 for whatever the fuck that was. You know, it's like a semester, yeah. So what do you want to do when you grow up, Maria?
So basically, football games or any sporting event, I would be the person that as soon as somebody gets injured, you go in there, you're assessing the injury. You're like the on-field doctor for non-emergency cases. Wow.
Jesus, okay, the amount of words you say without saying much, I think you should become a politician. Because that was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Shalom, you kinky fucks. Holy shit, Tel Aviv, look at you. Thanks for having me as a German. Things must be going pretty bad when you need a German to come in for comedic relief. Who's Jewish here? Great, amazing. I was gonna say use your left hand, but you can do that, that's fine, yeah. Usually when there's a German speaking in front of large crowds, there aren't that many Jewish people. No, it's so fun. Also, I was so excited to try your food here in Israel. And I asked our promoter, what's the most typical Israeli food? And he was like, oh, the most typical food is a schnitzel. A schnitzel. That's one of your most famous foods. You culturally appropriating fucks, yeah? You took our schnitzel, yeah? Unbelievable. I know you like to occupy things, but leave the schnitzel alone, yeah? Free schnitzel, that's what I'm saying. Leave it alone. But I guess we Germans, we lost the right to complain about cultural appropriation after 1945. But No, you culturally appropriate a lot. You took the falafel, you took the schnitzel, yeah? You took looking gay. Every Israeli I've met, they're all like these speedos, like chest hair popping, all this amazing jewelry, you know, a little metal thong lubed up. I'm like, we did that first, yeah. Some people say that you also took genocide, yeah? We did it first. Okay. You guys are dark. I love you guys. Ay, ay, ay. My butthole was a little tight for that joke. It's interesting because people ask me, hey, what do you Germans learn about the Holocaust? And we learn all of it. Like, that's all we learn. From 7th grade to the end of high school, it's all about the Holocaust, the horrible things that happened. So we know everything about the Holocaust in regards to Jewish people, but we never met Jewish people. Because there aren't that many Jewish people left. So I grew up with all this guilt, and then I went to Jerusalem, and we were at the Western Wall, and I was doing the whole the praying thing, and then all these guys, these Jewish guys, would ask me, they were like, hey, where are you from? And like I know that I personally didn't do anything, right? But I have this fucking guilt, and I didn't want him to know that I'm German because I thought he was gonna like me less. So I looked at him and I was like, I'm from Alabama. Hell yeah, brother. Yeehaw! Yeah. I think nobody ever lied about being from Alabama, but I did. You guys are the darkest crowd I've ever had. Not skin color wise, obviously, but you guys are fucked up, and I love it, dude. It's crazy.
We have walrus all the time, so.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, that's, yeah. That is true, and you guys don't give a fuck. It's hilarious. The funny shit happened. The promoter was like, before we did the show, you know, because I booked this trip, we sold out one show here, and then I was like, this is amazing. And then the attack happened when a missile landed near the airport here, right? The Houthi rebel thing. And then we were like, okay, is this safe to come here? And the promoter was like, oh, Mario, it's not a problem. We don't take the Houthi rebels seriously at all. And I was like, I get it. Houthi rebel sounds a little goofy. I mean, Houthi? Who names himself a Houthi rebel, yeah? Because when we did this show also, I talked to the promoter before. I asked about like the rockets and the missiles and whatever, and he was like, oh, Mario, also don't worry about it. We're in a safe zone, so if there's a rocket attack, the show can continue uninterrupted. I was like, okay. There was a siren like 30 minutes ago in this building. We had a photographer back there, and she was very sweet, her name was Or, and she was just like, oh, Mario, look, it's your first siren. Like, it's like... And I was like, Mazel Tov, like, great, this is amazing. It's unbelievable. Where are you guys are from? Any Germans here also? Not that excited, please. There's a little too much excitement in Israel, ja? Du bist richtiger Deutscher? Ja. Ja, großartig, spricht richtig Deutsch, ja, ist schön. What made you move to Israel? Did you come here to finish the job, or what was joke, it's right there, I'm sorry. When did you move to Israel?
So 3 years ago I moved here from Köln.
From Cologne, nice. That's the gayest place in Germany, FYI, yeah. We like it.
Whenever I'm on the phone speaking in German a little bit,
oh yeah,
I see little Jewish people crossing to the other side of the street.
Little Jewish people, okay. We see the little inferior Jews walking on us. No, but you know what I notice also, Israelis, okay, here's the thing. There's some stereotypes about Jewish people, which my butt tighten up when I even talk about this now, yeah? No, but there's some stereotypes, right? American Jews, stereotypes are they're a bit more, let's say, have allergies, right? And then I came to Israel, very different Jews here. I don't know what's up with that. You're the most confrontational kind of people I've ever seen in my life, dude. We were driving yesterday with one of our friends, and we were cut off, and then some dude on his motorcycle just ran up to us, and usually in Germany people are very like not confrontational because we got it out of our system, right? But this Jewish guy just yelled at him. He was like, hummus, 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 hummus. And I was like, oh my God. And very in your face. Yeah, it was great. How do you feel about that as a German living here? Because I had a situation where I was watching the Euro Cup with my wife in a very Jewish neighborhood in Los Angeles. And then Germany scored a goal in the last second of the game against Spain. And I jumped up from my seat. I was like, yeah, Tor für Deutschland! And then everybody looked at me kind of like how you guys look at me right now. And I was nervous. I was like, I have a Jewish wife. Yeah, wife Jewish, yeah. Shalom, shalom. Yeah. And now we're getting married in 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now. Yeah. Crazy. Wild. Yeah, we're having a beautiful wedding in Germany. By the way, thanks for coming. I mean, this tour is actually called the Jewish Wife Reparation Wedding Fund Tour. And the goal was to make money on this tour by touring all over the US and Central Europe to raise money for my Jewish German wedding, but now Jewish people are paying for my German Jewish wedding. It stays in the family in some sense, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Also, I was reflecting on this. I was walking around Berlin. This is a weird thought I had. I was walking around Berlin and I saw like these tour guides in Berlin, and all they talked about, they were all like, oh, this is where Hitler died. This is where Hitler, whatever, got a blowjob from Goebbels. This is where Hitler did. So it's like all Hitler, and I was like, fuck, that's our thing. You know what I'm saying? People go to Paris for love, they go to Rome and Italy for food, and they go to Germany for Hitler. It's fucked up. But if you think about it, I've made one or the other Hitler joke throughout my career. I really had a New Year's resolution. I was like, Mario, this year I'm gonna do less Nazi jokes. And then Elon Musk fucked everything up. He ruined my plans. And then Kanye and all this stuff happens. And then I'm back, baby, I'm back. It's like, I feel like the Godfather. I was going to rebrand. I feel like the Godfather. Just when I'm about to quit, they pull me back in. That's what happened. And in some way, if you think about it deeper, Hitler, because I made some jokes, therefore some Jewish people are coming to my show because you guys are fucked up in the head or something, but I like it. And therefore Hitler indirectly is paying for my wedding, and he would hate if he knew that he was paying for a German Jewish wedding. So I think we're good. We're trying to make the most out of it. So I went back to Germany, back to Albisbach im Hochschwarzwald, and that's right, yeah. It's something funny about my hometown, yeah. You have a street called Shlomi Boulevard or something. You have the Schmeckel Street or something like that, yeah. Yeah. Where are you from?
Poland.
Poland. Never mind. Well, fucking A. Sorry for the invasion, yeah, I guess, man. I'm like, this is rough, yeah. Does Polish sound just as aggressive as Russian, would you say? Or is it a little bit less, right? Because Russian is like from here. Polish people say vodka. Russians say vodka. Like vodka.
In Russian, you have pet names for inanimate objects, like vodочка or tapachki. Yeah,
that's so cute. That's amazing. I'm just picturing like a Russian soldier invading Ukraine. Give me my vodочка and my tapochka. You know? Man, I respect Russians less now. That's cool. Yeah, see, we need to know that. Because Russians, we think of them as these scary people, but they're cute too. Yes, what's up, sir?
Why don't German people have common sense? You have no common sense.
Oh. Don't make a German angry. Okay, no common sense. So what do you mean about that?
I mean, I was in Berlin in 2016.
And you got rejected from Berghain, and that's why you're still holding a grudge?
I was on the train with my friend.
You were on the train with your friend? That sounds bad. It's bad. That sounds bad, yeah.
And he's like, you're from Israel, yeah? How do you like the trains in Germany? Very efficient, yeah? That's not a question you will ask a Jewish guy on the train.
That's true, yeah. Our trains now are not as on time anymore. They were on time when they shouldn't have, and we're sorry about that. How did Germans react to you when you told them you were from Israel or Jewish? Because here's the thing. We Germans, we're genuinely afraid of Jewish people. We are, because we're afraid that they're gonna hate us just because we're Germans. And deep down, we're even more afraid that we're gonna hate them. I mean, we never met them. Can you imagine, dude, if we meet a Jewish person for the first time, we're like, fuck, I get it. Fuck. No. Great, Uncle Jürgen was right. But you had a good time in Germany?
Yeah.
You felt welcome? You felt safe?
Yeah.
Did you take a piss at the Führerbunker? There's a place where Hitler died in the bunker, and it's like a parking lot in Berlin. It's insane. There's a boba ice cream place. People come and some people just piss there, you know, and take a piss on Hitler's grave, essentially. Yeah. Which is, what we're gonna do. I mean, we let them pee. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I'm glad you had a good time. And sorry about the trains. I mean, I wish we were a bit better with that. Were you here when the attacks happened, like on October 7th?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Yeah. Well, no, truly, that was crazy. When the attacks happened, like to me, when I first saw that as a German, it was traumatizing. It's just a human response I had. I was like, this is absolutely horrible, and I cannot imagine the pain that people are going through right now. And then my second thought was, thank God we Germans had nothing to do with it this time. Finally, yeah. And it's weird for me as a German to talk about this because then people asked me after, they were like, oh yeah, did you see Israel's response and the brutality on both sides? Can you imagine the level of brutality? And I was like, sadly, yes, I can. I'm the wrong person to ask. And then Germans came forward in the UN saying that Israel's attack should not be considered genocide. And I was like, how the fuck are we Germans even allowed to vote in this, right? Who asked us, but I guess we are genocide experts now. Yeah. Germans, they bash Jewish people. Even then, they were like, listen, these attacks are very bad, yeah. But I mean, compared to what we did, I mean, this is, we did it much more efficiently, yeah. I wish there was more empathy, because what I hate about this whole thing is just the hatred on both sides. It's like there's hate against Jewish people, more anti-Semitism, also hate against Muslims. Not all Jews are bad, not all Muslims are bad. I think we need more empathy, right? Because we're all human beings at the end of the day. I hate this hatred. Yeah, we need to come together as humans, truly. That's what I believe. Because I think if we all work together, right? If like Germans work together with Israelis, Palestinians, if we all work together, we can easily take over France. Just saying. I'm just saying. It's possible. Right? Easy. Easy. It's a solution. Not a final solution, just a solution. And then the Palestinians could live in France and then everybody's happy. Yeah. Yeah. And France won't even change that much. So, Melanie, thank you so fucking much for coming. You guys are amazing.